Hey guys, welcome back to Fin Scales and Fluffy Tails. My name is Bryn and today I'm coming at you guys with an update video. I did try to film this video last week, but Molly was completely asleep the whole time, so I decided to film it now. Hopefully she doesn't make too much noise in this video because I'm in like the pet room right now, because the first thing I want to do is I want to show you guys Sven's Christmas tank. So here we go. Okay, so this is Sven's Christmas tank. It does look pretty similar to last year. I did use a little bit less gel clings this year. As you can see, there's no Santa gel clings like there was last year, but I did still use the snowman and the gingerbread men and some extra snowflakes, as you can see. But like last year, Sven has his own Christmas countdown calendar and this Merry Christmas sign. Let's see, over here Sven has his own stocking. I didn't know how else to attach it, so I just taped it on, but that's like his little stocking. And then we have a British nutcracker over here. That was a gift from Alex's parents to us, and they always put him out every year, so he gets to stand next to Sven's tank this year, which is pretty awesome. And then if we take off the lid, he has a lot of the same decorations as last year, but they're definitely moved around a lot more. Sven is a lot bigger, and I know what he really likes now. The backdrop is a little different. As you can see, it has trucks with Christmas trees. And last year he had sparkly red Christmas tree paper. Everything in this tank has been used before. Most of this Christmas stuff was also used last year, so you can go back in my last year video, but basically all the glassware was from Goodwill. All the toys are from Etsy. And let's see, now this nativity scene I got from Walmart. And I made this ladder made of popsicle sticks. His hide, of course, and his water bottle were both from Amazon. And his wheel was from Etsy, but it's the same wheel he always has. So, but yeah, that is Sven's Christmas tank tour. And, you know, I think probably every year I'm going to use white bedding for Christmas because it looks like snow to me. And I did kind of that idea up here on top of his hide where it looks like it snowed. And he has his own Christmas tree. Technically, you can put like little treats in it. That's what it's actually for. But I use it as a Christmas tree for him, and he has his own little nativity scene. We are a Christian family here, so we celebrate Christmas for the religious aspect. That is what Christmas is all about. So that's why Sven has his own little nativity scene. He doesn't really play too much in here. He does run on his wheel, but as far as chewing, he does a little bit of chewing, but not too much, honestly. So he has a few toys in there. But mostly he sleeps, eats, drinks, runs on his wheel, and that's about it. So this is Sven's Christmas tank this year. I hope you guys like it. And then now we can get on to the rest of the update video. So I know it's been a few months. Here's Gimli sleeping. He sleeps in weird positions all the time. But this is his tank, and it needs cleaned out a little bit, but I'm going to be doing that this week because we're leaving for Christmas in a couple of days. We're spending Christmas in Ohio this year. We are hardly ever home for Christmas, but we have, just so you guys know, we have lots of neighbors and lots of people watching the house, so if you're thinking about trying something, which probably you're not, but just in case, you know, people are watching the house. We never leave our house unattended because we have all of our animals. This is Pascal. Now her tank is also going to be cleaned and refilled before we go, but she is doing good. And as you will notice, here's Daisy, our little bunny. Hey, Daisy. And she now has her own room. So we have lots of tunnels over here. Say hi, Molly. And we have this big gate set up here, so that Molly cannot get in and Daisy cannot get out. And Molly and Daisy do okay together, but you know, Molly's a puppy. She does try to chase Daisy, so we have to keep them separated. Okay, so I took a step out of the pen because Molly was over here making a lot of noise. And that's the one thing we are still working on with her, is she cannot stand to be away from me. She does have a bit of separation anxiety with that, so we are working on that. But as far as her other training goes, she is doing really well. She's completed her first puppy course already, and with flying colors. I mostly signed her up for the puppy class because of socialization, because she was having trouble like being scared of other people. She loves dogs though. She loves dogs, I would say, a little bit more than people. But other than that, she's been doing really well. She knows a lot of tricks already because she's so smart and loves to learn. Daisy's puzzle toy has been recycled to Molly, and over there, oh yeah, I forgot, Daisy turned 3 this month. I didn't do anything like super duper special for her birthday this year, but I did get her a birthday / Christmas present, and that is her new puzzle toy that she got just for her. And we put food and treats in there for her, and she loves it. I got that on Etsy if you guys want to get something similar or the same exact one. But Daisy and Molly do kind of like each other. Daisy is not afraid of Molly at all. And now Daisy has this whole room to herself, which honestly she really likes. When we first got Molly, Daisy was probably up in my office for like almost the whole first month. But then we decided to move her down here, and we decided to give her her own room because she seemed to really like having her own space when she was up in my office. So she has this room all to herself, which she seems to really like. And if I back up a little bit, this is where Molly's crate is, and the reason why we put it over here is in case of an emergency, all the animals are in one area, so like if the house caught fire or something awful like that, we would be able to get all of the pets out as quickly as possible because they're all near the back door right there, which is that giant rectangle of blinding white light. I can see through it, but you can't see through it through the camera. This is Molly's setup. So at night she gets a completely clean potty pad. She doesn't get a bed in her crate yet because she might make a mess with it, but she gets a completely clean potty pad, and her crate is really big. She has plenty of room at night to go to the bathroom on one end and sleep on the other end, and so that's what she does. But during the day, if we have to leave her, she has a pen attached to her crate, so then she has her crate where she can go potty during the day, and then she has all this room. Now she does have a bed, but she peed on it last night during the evening, so I had to wash it. So it's in the washing machine right now. But normally it's down here. I don't know if that bed is going to work because I don't know if she thinks it's a potty pad or what, but she keeps pooping and peeing on it. So that's why she doesn't get a bed at night. This is her food and water. She does drink out of water bottles, but I was worried she wasn't drinking enough water, so now she has a bowl, which this is one of Daisy's Snoopy bowls, and she has some From dry food in there. Let's see. This is what she's been eating. Although this is the second bag of dry food that we had for her, and the first one was the Game Bird, and she really liked that, and she likes this too. But she hasn't gone through it as quickly because now we started introducing wet food in her diet because I wanted to get some moisture in her food as well. So she gets dry food and wet food for fall, all grain free. So that is what we decided to feed. Her breeder was really supportive of that. Molly has, up until recently, she was doing really good with potty training, but she's started to regress a little bit, so we're going to have to keep watching her. And I know that people will say that because we're training her on pads, that's why she's regressing. That is not why she's regressing, in my opinion, because before last month happened, she was doing really well. So I'll turn the camera around and explain what happened last month. Okay, so last month a few things happened that some were kind of foreseen, others were not. Last month, Alex and I had 2 deaths in our family. Last month on November 9th, my grandfather on my mother's side passed away. Now, it didn't make it any less hard for him to pass away, but we knew it was coming because he was diagnosed with dementia, like dementia about 2 years ago. So he was steadily getting worse and worse, and then about 2 weeks before he died, he was sent home from the hospital on hospice. So I was able to warn my boss about it. We knew it was coming, and when it happened, it was still very sad, but there's different kinds of grief. Just because you know that it's, like, if you know it's coming, you start the grieving process sooner than if it was sudden. So, my grandfather died, and then I went to his funeral. His funeral was November 15th. And I got home from his funeral, I got home from Pennsylvania. I flew in. I got home from Pennsylvania on November 17th. And then on November 18th, my husband and I found out that one of his first cousins died. Suddenly. His cousin was only 31 years old, and it was a complete shock. So it was very hard. So in 1 week, I attended 2 funerals. On Monday for my grandfather, and on Saturday morning for Alex's cousin. And Molly did not come with me to Pennsylvania when my grandfather died, but she did come with us to Ohio when Alex's cousin passed away, and she slept in bed with us at that time because we didn't want her crying. We wanted to be considerate to other people, so she slept in bed with us, and we think that that is part of the reason why she regressed on possibly potty training, and why she still cries a little bit at night when we put her to bed. She always cries for 15 to 20 minutes before settling down, and she turned 5 months old this month, which is pretty old to still be crying when we put her in her crate every single night when we're home. So we are thinking that is part of the reason why she regressed with some of her training in that aspect, but she's done mostly well. She doesn't ever pee on the floor, just poop. And within the past 2 days, she's had 2 poop accidents on the floor. So now we're treating her like a puppy, and she doesn't get any freedom in the house anymore. And what's really great, though, is she does go to the bathroom outside on walks. So that is really great. So she does do both. So that is what happened last month, which I think is why Molly was regressing with her potty training. Now, I will also say that right now she has really long hair, which I really like. I love her long hair, and it keeps her warm in the winter, which is what I really like. And she's wearing a bow today, and she's done pretty well with grooming, but I've had to start grooming her more. I groom her once a day mostly, but sometimes I brush her out twice a day because she has really long hair. And her groomer keeps trying to get me to cut it, but I don't really want to cut it because she's so cute with long hair, and it gets really cold here, and I want her to have enough hair to have protection from the cold because we still go outside on walks. Now, we haven't taken our walk today yet, but that's because I wanted to film this video, and she was asleep before. So when she does this, normally what I do is I come over here, and I grab one of her toys, and I throw it. So poodles are a retrieving breed, and Molly is definitely that. She loves playing fetch. It's her favorite thing to do, besides training. She lets me know when she wants to train. So there's that. Now, we do have her grooming appointment today where I'm just going to get her face and feet shaved like we always do. But nothing else is really going to be done on her because I want her to be fluffy and pretty, because this weekend for Christmas, we are going to visit Alex's family, and she's coming to the Christmas party with us. She always does super well whenever we go out. She's already been to a few parties. She's been to a Christmas party with our friends. She's been to a Thanksgiving party with my family. She's met a lot of my extended family already. So that was really good. Now, we did take her with us to Pennsylvania for Thanksgiving and to Ohio for Alex's cousin's funeral. And both of those times she did really well, but it's really hard when our families have dogs that don't like other dogs. And both of our families do. My parents' dog hated her so much we couldn't even hardly put her down. Now, she did get exercise because I took her outside to walk and run around. And when we would put my parents' dog in her room for a little bit so she could get some exercise, but she was carried most of the time because my parents' dog could not stand her being around. And Alice's parents' dog is a little bit better because he's 13, but he wasn't that much better. He still couldn't stand her being too close to him. So when we're at his parents' house, we have to keep her on leash. And there is going to be another dog at the Christmas party, but that dog loves other dogs, so we are not really worried about him at all. And I've met that dog, and he's very nice. He is a mini golden doodle, which you guys know I would never own a doodle myself, but I don't have anything against the dogs themselves because first off, they can't help what they are, and it was humans who created them. So if somebody already has a doodle, me giving them my doodle rant is not going to help because it's already too late. They already have the dog. So, I only give my opinion when people ask me for it or if they want to hear it. So other than that, I kind of keep my mouth shut about it. So even though I would not own a doodle, I still think they're really good dogs as long as the people who own them train them, exercise them, and brush them like they're supposed to. And Buddy, the golden doodle, is very well taken care of. And Molly is such a good little puppy. She has a lot of energy though. Her best friend is a 30-pound mini Aussie because of how much energy she has. And I will say that she's probably too energetic for most dogs her size. And people who meet her can't believe how much energy she has. She weighs about 6.5 pounds. She'll probably be I'm gonna guess probably 7.5 pounds by the time she's full grown. She's only 5 months old right now. What? Want me to throw the toy? Yeah. Oh, I didn't throw it, but that's okay. See, she mostly does bring it back. And I was trying to teach her fetch before, but if I'm being honest, she taught herself to do it. I didn't really have to do that much. Same with leash walking. We just kept doing it, and she just follows me on leash, and I didn't really have to put in that much work into leash training. So, but she's doing really good. Now, I will say, though, that she does have a few small mats behind her ears, which I'm going to have the groomer remove. And the reason she has those mats is because when we went to Thanksgiving with my family, I left all of her brushes at home. Her brushes, combs, and everything that I always use to do her hair, I forgot at home. Which was not good because we can't come back and get them. They're like 5 hours away. Or more like 8 hours away because it took us even longer to get through Chicago last time. But it was not good. I mean, I had a plastic comb that I was using to comb through her hair every day, but it wasn't good enough. And she got a few little mats behind her ears. And so now I've been trying to get them out because they're really small. Like, I tried to cut them out, but I was too worried about cutting her skin, and I don't know how to shave them out, and I tried to brush them out, and I kept them really small by brushing them every day, but she won't hold still long enough for me to brush them out completely, so I'm just going to have the groomer remove them. And so that is why it is very important to never forget your dog's grooming supplies if you go on vacation. And a lot of my friends were saying, why don't you just, oh, good girl, Molly. There she is, peeing on her potty pad. Good girl. So a lot of people were saying, why don't you just go to the pet store and get her some treats, or hang on one second. A lot of people were saying, why don't you just go to the pet store and get her some new brushes? But the brushes and combs that I have for her that are really good, you cannot buy in pet stores. I had to buy them online because she has Chris Christensen brushes and her metal combs I bought on Amazon. So I could not just go to the pet store and buy these really good grooming tools there. Otherwise, I probably would have, because it's really important to me to be able to do that and stuff. So instead, we just suffered without her brushes. And now she has a few small mats back there, which we're getting removed today. And I did my best to keep them as small as possible so that they would not cause her any pain. They don't seem to be causing her pain because they're tiny. So I'll just get the groomer to remove them today with either shaving them out or cutting them, because Molly is in her teenage phase right now. She will not hold still for me for hardly anything. I have to give her so many treats just to be able to brush her, because if I do not, she will just keep turning around in circles on the grooming table while I'm trying to brush her, and she will not hold still long enough if I do not give her treats. So that's what we've been doing. But these treats are pretty healthy. She gets freeze-dried salmon and freeze-dried chicken on the grooming table. So, and then for nail clipping, she's been doing okay. She doesn't love it, but she lets me do it. But even then, I have to have Alex help me with it. He has to hold her and give her treats while I actually clip her nails. And she has black nails, so I can't see what I'm doing. So I just have to guess, which is not super great. But I did make her bleed one time by accident, but I do have that Septic Stop powder stuff. So it probably did hurt her for a little while, but it didn't bleed for very long because I put some in my hand and I shoved her foot in it to make it stop bleeding, and it did work. So if you guys clip your own dog's nails, make sure you get some of that stuff. So the reason why I haven't been posting videos as much now is because it took me a while to actually find a rhythm with Molly. She takes up most of my day, as you guys can probably guess. Like even today, we've been playing a lot, and there's other stuff I've had to do a little bit. And as soon as I'm done filming this video, we're gonna go for a walk because I want to make sure that she is tired before her grooming appointment. So dogs take a lot of time, and especially puppies, and that's why I haven't been on here. So I did feel kind of bad that I wasn't posting any update videos or anything, but we had a few birthdays in the past few months. Sven turned 1 on October 2nd. Daisy turned 3 on Daisy turned 3 on December 11th. And Molly turned 5 months old on December 14th. And on Christmas Day, we would have had Molly for exactly 3 months. But so far, she is doing really good. And everything is going really well. Hey, all right, I'll throw Mr. Pig. Yeah. Also, I do rotate Molly's toys so that she doesn't play with the same toys all the time. Like right now, she has a blue pig, she had an orange pig before, and she has some Christmas toys. So basically, as soon as December is over, I will take away her Christmas toys and switch them out with other toys. So that is how that works. So if we have like special holiday toys, she's only gonna get those holiday toys on those holidays. She doesn't get them all year round. Now some of her toys, like if she destroys them, I throw them away. But her holiday toys that I buy her are usually pretty substantial. They usually hold up pretty well, so we'll just use them from year to year. So that is my plan. But this is her. She's so cute. She's been doing really well with everything. So I guess that's pretty much it. That's what we've been up to the past few months. Okay, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Today is December 20th, so I'm hoping this video will go up tomorrow, December 21st, because I will not have time to post it otherwise the rest of this week. So hopefully I won't have to edit this video too much, but I will catch you guys on the next one. Don't forget to follow us at Fin Scales and Fluffy Tails. And if you want to follow Molly on Instagram, she has her own Instagram handle. It is Miss Molly Toy Poodle. Miss Molly _ Toy Poodle, I think, but I'll link it down below. Okay, I will see you guys in the next one. Have a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year and all that good stuff.